the results from the x-rays were quite alarming. Rather than having a spider bite her, actually the spider had laid eggs in her cheek, and the eggs had hatched, and they were trying to eat their way out of her cheek. Spider bites a young woman while she's sleeping, and but it's not actually a spider bite. The spider has in fact laid eggs in her cheek where the spider has bitten her. And so I was talking about urban legends like that, and urban legends like the Kentucky Fried Rat story, where instead of eating a piece of fried chicken, someone consumes a fried rat. And so I was talking about what kinds of comments on modern life these stories tell.
How do we know they're legends?
Urban legends, we know that they're urban legends because they have a lot of markers of urban legends. Urban legends are short narratives that focus on some kind of unusual occurrence, something that is bizarre or horrific or humorous sometimes. They're improbable, but possibly believable, and they're told as if they're true. They're often told as having happened to a friend of a friend. Other examples of urban legends, not having to do with contamination, but other kinds of well-known urban legends are things like a young couple that's parking in some kind of secluded area and they get attacked by a madman with a hook on the end of his hand. These kinds of stories express anxieties about contemporary life, usually anxieties having to do with sexuality or contamination, food, outsiders, and they're ways of commenting on these dangers. And usually these stories have some kind of either implicit or explicit moral or message. The Kentucky Fried Rat story, for example, makes a specific comment about the dangers of eating food that's prepared by someone else, food that we don't know where it came from. And these stories were first emerged in the 1950s, and usually it was told about a wife who decided not to make dinner for her husband that night and instead got food from Kentucky Fried Chicken and was punished as a result by eating this fried rat and then suffering consequences, often becoming very ill or...
What happened?
So depending on the version, there are different versions that circulate. In some versions, she becomes very ill. Sometimes she falls into a coma. Frequently, she dies. And she told me the story about this thing that happened to a friend of her cousin's.